Hello beautiful people and welcome to Yoga with Concha. My name is Concha and welcome to this amazing yoga channel. So today I'm here to talk about the chakras, how they work, what they are. How can I balance my psychological, emotional, vibrational, and energetic body? Each chakra in our body is made out of 3 different elements. The first element is what's called tattva. That's the physical element of the chakra itself. So for example, our second chakra, the tattva is water, right? That's the element. It's the element of water. The root chakra is the element of earth. The third chakra is the element of fire. So all a chakra is literally is a conglomerate of the physical element, the energy, and the thoughts. We don't necessarily want to open the chakras because opening the chakras means we're allowing more in. And when we allow more in, there's more for us to filter through. And if you're not efficient at filtering, then you're going to get clogged up. So it's not necessarily that you want to open the chakras, but you want to keep them clean. You want to still be performing at a high rate while staying smooth and steady and staying present. When we drain the physical element and the thoughts, there is more spirit, pure spirit, Agni, fire, Kundalini that comes through. And when there's more energy, there's less of the other stuff that's blocking the energy from coming through. So the energy is able to flow freely. But when the energy is flowing freely, if we open the chakra, we invite a lot of energy to come in to flow. And if we don't constantly just check in on ourselves and constantly be aware of how we're feeling and very present with each moment, we can easily get caught up and feel overwhelmed if our chakras are very open and not quite clean. As you can see in this diagram, the chakras are deeply connected to our nervous system. Not only our nervous system, but our glandular system, our endocrine system, our major organs of the body, and then the chakras also correspond to our psychological, emotional, and spiritual states of being. So you can also think of it as if our chakra consists of 3 things, and one of them is our thoughts. And our thoughts are absolutely deeply connected to our central nerve. Would it be safe to say that body language really is our subconscious? Each of the glands that are connected to our chakras have secretion, right? Our endocrine system is very much like a drugstore of the body. If you need something, you get the prescription through the secretion of your glands. So, you've heard of these illnesses where people's glands don't secrete, right? The thyroid issues, they might secrete, but the juice isn't potent enough, or whatever the particular case may be. The glands, the endocrine glands, are the bridge between our organs and our nervous system. All right, y'all, so back to this diagram, you can see that the chakras are not necessarily located inside of the body. They're actually these spinning vortexes, which are right on the front side and the back side of the body. Now, to clarify, a chakra in Sanskrit, the ancient language, literally translates to spinning wheel. So for me, I consider these spinning vortexes, spinning wheels of energy. So the ones that are located on the front of the body have energy that is being sucked into the body. That is energy being sucked in. And so I would say that because the chakras are made out of thoughts, physical element, and energy, that these chakras are pulling in that energy. Now on the back side of the chakra, it is excreting energy. It is releasing energy. So whether it is releasing a surplus of energy or whether it's pulling in what we don't have, that's up to you to visualize, to clear your energy, and to maybe develop an awareness of what you really feel is true for you. Now, for me, what's true is that these chakras are not actually part of our body. These are actually spinning on the outside of our body. So we know that the front is spinning to get energy in and the back is spinning to get energy out. These spin clockwise and counterclockwise. So you can also think of it as very similar to the star tetrahedron, which is sacred geometry. And sacred geometry can be traced back thousands of years, from Egypt to China to Israel, Turkey, and all over the globe. To know that this energy is associated with something so sacred and traced back, there's other energy centers that are also on the body that should be regarded to just as powerful as the chakras. For example, the koshas, right, which is a whole other video. Right? We have a bliss body, we have an emotional body, we have a mental body, right? The vayus, which you'll learn in yoga, the vayus are all about the energy that comes in through prana, through the crown of our head, the energy that leaves us through the root. There's also our doshas, the energy that we physically portray here are the doshas. And then also the gunas. How much of our personality is fiery, earthy, watery? Okay, so there's a lot of different energy that runs through our body. So this is just one of those energy spaces. So it's not to be regarded as better than one or not as good as another one. They're all part of our body, and they all should be regarded with respect and even honor and integrity. Asana, which is the physical movement of yoga, is supposed to help remove obstacles. It's all about removing obstacles. That's exactly why the yogis started doing yoga thousands and thousands of years ago, is because they wanted to get into a higher state of consciousness, a more blissful state. They wanted to be able to adapt and even control how they were feeling, what they were attracting, what was going on in their experience. And so we use pranayama, right? The breath work, controlling the energy that runs through the channels in different ways, not necessarily in a bad way, in a manipulative way, right? Because it's on the self, it's on our own body, it's on our own energy. Okay, and then also the use of bandhas, which are energy locks. And as well, mudra. Mudra, which is hand gestures. Mudra specifically means to move toward delight. Okay, so there's a lot of ways that we are able to clear these energy channels in the body. And what do we want to do? We want to raise our vibration. We want to clear our energy. And when we do, we're able to experience so much more synchronicity, so many more awesome events, beautiful experiences, and all of that other stuff as we do in our regular life. Kundalini is always running through our body, and you can have an awesome video on this by Teal Swan talking about the Kundalini. And she talks about how the Kundalini energy is always present in the body. If we didn't have Kundalini energy always in the body, we would not be alive right now. So when we go through this Kundalini awakening, when we are experiencing a lot more energy shift, it's because we may have been in a situation for so long where we were blocking off our true, authentic energy. That might be because you were working at a job that you hated, so you cut off your energy supply naturally because you're going with the opposite of what your true honest intentions, what your true desire was, you wind up blocking your Kundalini energy. Whether you were in a relationship that you knew wasn't good for you, but you stayed because you were lonely or because you were, for whatever reason, you stayed in that relationship that wasn't your true authentic energy. And that is what blocks your Kundalini energy. So this video with Teal Swan, she says that we always have Kundalini energy present, but we stop and we block that Kundalini energy when we go against what our true authentic nature is. So when we make drastic changes in our life, we may experience a surge of energy, which is Kundalini energy, and that may be surprising, but it's because your body wants to be in balance. Your body wants to flow that energy. And so sometimes people overcompensate. People who are not happy, people who don't have their flow of energy, they try to raise the Kundalini to get that energy, when really, if you would follow your heart's true nature, you would have that Kundalini energy easy and simple. It would be there for you every single day. The chakras, I'm going to call them more of energy vortexes. So they rotate clockwise and counterclockwise at the same time. So you can think of it as the star tetrahedron, the Merkaba, right? It's kind of like this activation of the light body where the chakras are spinning counterclockwise and clockwise at the same time. And that also is an activation of not only the light body, but also doing those out-of-body experiences. You're going to experience feeling like you're going clockwise and counterclockwise, which can make you feel a little sick to the stomach. Now, each chakra is associated to the nervous system, the glandular system, and our major organs. They also correspond to our psychological, emotional, and spiritual states of being. The endocrine glands, which are connected to the chakras, are the bridge between the organs and our nervous system. So when we are working on opening and balancing our chakras, we want to pay close attention to the nervous system. How are you really feeling? How are you really feeling about these different subjects? Okay, so when you get into the space where your chakra is very clear, is very clean, it's going to raise your vibration and you're going to experience an increase in synchronous events. And I will link a video below so that you can get a lot of awesome information about the benefits of raising your vibration. And it's through this awesome TED Talk. So stay tuned for that. So an interesting piece of information about the root chakra is that there's a gland at the base of the tailbone, and it does secrete, but we do not know yet what it is. And every gland in our body has secretion. Every gland in our body, which there's 7 of them, are connected to each chakra. The endocrine is pretty much the drugstore of the body. So if you need something, it gives you that quote unquote prescription, right? The natural prescription. The endocrine is working with the body. The endocrine is working tightly with the nervous system. So working with these glands can have an impact on your entire body. And thus, the chakras will have an effect on your entire body, especially regarding your thoughts, your subconscious thoughts, your unconscious thoughts, your conscious thoughts. your beliefs, which are just a conglomerate of thoughts. Your, all of this stuff is so connected. And so you're going to see how the chakras work with your nervous system and your energy. Of course, your chakras are going to affect and impact your being, your state of being, your consciousness, whether it is more open, more closed, or whatever the case may be. For me personally, I have gone through so much transformation, and I would have never been able to do that if I didn't get real concrete information and how I can really heal my body and live happy and live whole and live in, this wonderful state of bliss. Okay, so when I give you this information, this is the information that I know. This is the information that I work with. This is the information that I work with in my own practice for healing and healing other people and doing a lot of deep spiritual work. So I really hope that this video helps you in that sense. Okay, so the first video so the first book we're gonna get into, and we have 3 books by the way, is this book, Eastern Body, Western Mind. And this book is awesome because it's, you want to get the revised version, the second version, okay? And this is Psychology and the Chakra System as a Path to the Self, right? As a path to go inward. And, when I was just starting on my journey, I was like, what the heck does it mean to go inward? Because, going inward, hello, I can go inward, but I'm just here as a physical body. But going inward basically means that just getting in tune with your emotions, getting in tune with how you really feel about different things, how you really, truly, deep down feel. Because everything in life is a relationship, right? You have a relationship with yourself, you have a relationship with school, you have a relationship with work, you have a relationship to reading books, you have a relationship to Instagram. Everything is a relationship. And the best way to live in your highest and most beautiful, authentic vibration is to really understand what are my preferences and how can I raise my own vibration about certain topics that I really want to cultivate. Like, for example, for me, I really wanted to cultivate my ability to speak. And so I took 2 years of Toastmasters to learn how to speak. And so that's just a little example. So, using the chakras as a way to find deeper meaning in yourself. If you're struggling with something, know what chakra that is that it resonates with, and you can heal absolutely the root of anything. Okay, and I'm not a doctor, so make sure that you get a doctor's consult if you're really thinking about healing something that needs deeper exploring. Okay, so that's my little disclaimer. And then the second book that I want to share with you is Wheels of Life. Okay, Wheels of Life. This is a user's guide to the chakra system. So this is someone that really wants to use the chakras either to develop, either to cultivate, to get over things, or whatever it is. You can always use your chakras and really help your body. And then the third book that I want to share with you is Healing with the chakra energy system. And this one is for acupressure, bodywork, and reflexology for total health. And for me, this book is very helpful because I really work with it on a regular basis doing my polarity therapy energy work, all right, with people, which helps balance the chakras. Okay, so let's just go over the chakras, just a brief overview of the chakras. And of course, if you want to get deeper into each chakra, then feel free to look at my more lengthy videos, which you can find in the playlist. Okay, yogis? All right, so first to talk about the root chakra. So we have 7 chakras. I'm going to tell you exactly the little details. So our root chakra is at the base of the spine. It is red in color. It is basically, imagine that the word chakra means spinning wheel. So you can think of this as each of these energy centers as a spinning wheel. So this spinning wheel called the base chakra, the Mooladhara, is at the base of the spine, and it's a spinning wheel that is a bright crimson red. Okay, and it represents our stability, our ability to feel grounded, to feel connected, finances, wealth, abundance, having what you need when you need it, right? That's the definition for Bashar, for abundance. Also, what's associated with the base is feeling fear, feeling doubt, feeling insecure. Okay, so our second chakra is the sacral chakra, the Svadhisthana. And that one is right below the navel, and it's a spinning, bright, vibrant orange color. And this one has everything to do with your emotions, your emotional relationship. Now remember that everything in life is a relationship, whether it is a relationship with, you know, your books you read, whether it is a relationship with social media, whether it is a relationship with your parents or school, your work, whatever it is, everything is a relationship. Okay, so we can think of the second chakra may need healing if you maybe are closed off in relationships. If you feel like being vulnerable is a problem, maybe being open. So think about your emotions, your emotional tie to the second chakra. Second chakra is all about water. So if you have water dreams, pretty sure that is going to be a very emotional dream. So what do you think? Put a little comment in the section below. Let me know what you're going through. All right, and then our third chakra is the solar plexus, the Manipura. And this one is all about, you know, that fire within. It's a fire element. Feeling your power, feeling your presence, being confident in yourself, and being in your own energy, right? That I am presence, that I am energy. And this is a very bright, vibrant, yellow swirling vortex. So sometimes what I like to do is just do a little meditation where I'm sitting there and feeling my solar plexus chakra. And if I feel any discoloration, right? And that goes for any of the chakras. But you know, I used to feel discoloration in my third chakra, like I would feel like brown or even a little bit of, you know, orangey, brassy color to my bright yellow. And I would just imagine that spinning vortex just clearing out all of that gunk, all of that funk, all of that BS. That's going to help you feel more confident. It's going to help you feel very, you know, in your power, in your energy. All right. And then the fourth chakra is the throat, right? It's our space for expressing ourselves, feeling in our authentic energy, and being able to speak that no matter what, no matter who's around, whether your family is around, whether your work is around. And it's just all about speaking your truth. What is true for you? How many times do you hold back with what you want to say because you're afraid of what someone will think? And that's okay. It's just a process of learning and getting more comfortable in your own energy. Okay, so this is a nice blue color. Okay, the Vishuddhi, as someone says, Vishuddha. It represents the thyroid gland. Okay, and then the heart, which, ooh, I think we skipped the heart. I was like, you know, this is the fourth chakra, but we skipped the heart. So let's go back down. The heart chakra is right at where the heart is, which is associated with the thymus gland. And of course the heart is green. So I know my favorite color is green and pink. Okay, so for me that represents, it's pure love. It's pure love. Pink, the color of baby pink, and green is like this nurturing color. It's all about bringing in new life, bringing in, you know, cultivating something. So this heart energy is, you know, is this air, this beautiful flow of energy. And it's just about living in your heart, being unconditional with yourself, feeling unconditional love for everybody, your neighbor, your teacher, your family, no matter what they do. Which is, you know, it can be challenging, but that's the heart center. So if you can live in your heart center, you are being in a center of just feeling compassion, feeling love, feeling that joy radiating within. Okay, and then And then again, we get to the throat chakra, which is the 5th one up. 5, 6, 7. Okay, so at your throat chakra, which is not, by the way, your chakras are not just in the front of your neck or the front of your body. It's also in the back of your body, the back of the heart, the sacrum, right? We know the sacrum is on the lower back. That is also the sacral chakra. All right, and then let's get right up to the third eye, which everybody wants to open. And I will say this, I know this, which is that if you're ready to open your third eye, don't necessarily go straight for the third eye opening. Go for opening your heart, because your heart can store way more information than your third eye. And trust me when I say this, that I've seen it. When you open your third eye and your heart's not clear, you're gonna go crazy, let me tell you. Because what happens is that the third eye can open us up to a lot of different things that can be quite scary. You know, I have some crazy stories, but I won't share them right now. I know you probably want to hear them, but I'll save them for later. But if you don't open up the heart, you don't have like a, basically like, you know, it's like putting your money in a purse. You know, you can't just put your money in your pocket. You're gonna pull out your money and everything's gonna fly, and you might even drop, you know, a $20 bill or whatever. So in this case, when you open your heart, you're basically like allowing that energy to sit in with the wisdom of the heart, with the wisdom of the body. So yeah, the third eye is an indigo color, and some yogis call it the seat of the soul, and it's based off your intuition, right? Your clairvoyance, and this just knowingness, right? It's this knowingness of what is. All right. And then we're going to get up to the crown chakra, which is the crown of the head. And this chakra is all about receiving those divine downloads straight from source. So when you got your clear chakras, everything's just be working so beautifully. Everything is just working in a flow state. Like you feel so radiant, you feel so whole. You can communicate, you can speak from the heart, you can live in the heart, you can feel powerful but not overwhelming. You can feel powerful but not prideful and egotistical, but it's more like, you know, you feel secure, you feel safe, you feel like you can be open in relationships, just being in that perfect space. So, you know, and by the way, the crown is all about being at one with everything in the universe. So if you need to be at one with your bank account, maybe you need to be at one with your partner, maybe you need to be at one with knowing that you are a divine god or goddess, and just being in the energy that you are freaking beautiful and amazing and perfect. And you can always cultivate your traits, your qualities, your knowledge, your skills, your abilities, and be that best version, the version that you always dreamed up when you were a kid. You really can be that version. And it's all about just, well, first, knowing deep down that, you know what, I got this. And then second of all, allowing yourself, just acknowledging like, hey, this is where I am. Maybe it's not the best place, maybe it is, but then cultivating from there and growing yourself and knowing that wherever you are now, that doesn't predict the future. You can always grow into it. You can always get, you know, amazing, beautiful energy around anything that you're feeling off about. And so I know I've been talking up a storm in this video. You probably haven't had 1 second to think about anything except for what I'm telling you. So let's just take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And let's just be right here in this space just for a moment and know that anything that you desire, you know, just cultivate that energy using your chakras, and you got this. Anyways, I hope this video was super informative for you, and I hope to see you all very soon. And of course, if you want to see more details on each of the chakras, you can definitely click the videos in the playlist. All right, and I'll see you all very soon. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. My name is Concha. Namaste.